How are you everyone? Today we are going to cover a very important lesson. और ये वीडियो bilingually होने वाली है, यानी I'll be teaching in English and Hindi also. We will be learning all 12 tenses of English language, and this video has been divided into 3 parts. And every video has a unique practice pattern so that you will remember all of the rules for your lifetime. So let's get into it. What is tense? Tense is a verb form that shows the time of an action. यानी tense उस verb form को कहते हैं जो एक sentence के action के time को बताती है. There are 3 main tenses or times in English: present, past, future. And each of these 3 tenses has 4 forms: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. With main time and its forms make 12 different tenses. Let's understand each separately. And for this tense we use first form of the verb with a subject. And as in the first example, they work in an organization. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि ये एक्शन किसी एक पर्टिकुलर मोमेंट पर होता है, ये एक रेगुलर एक्शन है. And that is why we are using first form of the verb with our subject, that is they. And in the next example it says we have our breakfast at 9 in the morning. It means at 9 every morning we have our breakfast. That is a routine. Next example, John and Sean fight all the time. It does not mean they fight all of the time. It means they often fight. वो अक्सर लड़ते हैं. In the last 3 sentences, he speaks English, she lives in the USA, and it smells delicious in the kitchen when she cooks. These 3 sentences here work as a fact here. Now we will look at positive and negative sentences and also how we will frame questions. A very important rule here you need to keep in your mind is that with the subject of I, you, they, we use first form of the verb, but with the subject of he, she, it and singular names, we use first form of the verb, but we simply add s or es with the verb. जैसे एग्जाम्पल के अंदर दिखाया हुआ है कि I, you, they, we के साथ आप लोगों को वर्ब्स के अंदर कोई भी एस और एस ऐड नहीं करना है, सिर्फ वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऐड करनी है और कुछ भी नहीं. बट इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट ही, शी, इट, यानी अगर आप सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट्स की बात करते हैं, एक वचन जिन्हें हिंदी में बोलते हैं, उनकी अगर आप बात करते हैं तो आपको वर्ब के साथ एस और ई एस ऐड करना पड़ेगा. उनके बिना सेंटेंस इनकरेक्ट हो सकते हैं. To frame negative sentences, you need to do only one thing. You need to add do not with I, you, they, we, and does not with he, she, it. It simply means you're going to add do not with plural subjects and you're going to add does not with singular subjects. Here one of the biggest mistakes students make is that they simply add s or es with the main verb in negative sentences, and that is going to be a major mistake. They write he does not works. See, there is already es with do. There is no need to add es again with the main verb. और अगर do के साथ पहले से ही es लगा हुआ है तभी तो वो does बना हुआ है, तो दोबारा works लिखने की आपको ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. So always remember never to use s or es after does. Does के बाद verb में s और es लगाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. And to frame interrogative sentences, you need to bring your helping verb outside. Don't worry, not out of the screen, not out of the board, but before the subject. आप helping verbs को subject से पहले लिखेंगे. और क्योंकि आप he, she, it के साथ verb के अंदर s और es लगाते हैं, इसलिए वहाँ पर आप he और she के साथ it के साथ भी does ही लगाएंगे. And with other pronouns you will use do. So it becomes do I work, यानी क्या मैं काम करता हूँ. Do you work, यानी क्या तुम काम करते हो, and so on. And does he work also simply means कि क्या वह काम करता है. And the next is present continuous tense. We use this tense with actions that are happening right now. And in this tense we frame sentences like subject plus is mr plus first form of the verb plus ing. कीप इन माइंड हम प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूस उन एक्शंस के लिए यूज करते हैं जो अभी हो रहे हैं इस टाइम पर. सो कैन यू गेस सम ऑफ द एक्शंस दैट आर हैपनिंग राइट नाउ? यस, मैं टेंसेस पढ़ा रहा हूँ. विद आई वी यूज एम and with verb we use ing. So the translation goes like I am. Teach plus ing becomes teaching. I am teaching tenses. And what about you? What are you doing? You are watching me on YouTube. Here my phone is also doing an action. ये एक warning show कर रहा है. So I would say my smartphone is showing a temperature warning. Use am with I, are with you they we, and is with he she it. बहुत सिंपल है. I'm working, you're working, they're working, we are working, he is working, she is working, and it's working. To frame negative sentences you need to use not after the first helping verb, and those are is, am, are, and they will be like I am not working, you are not working, and so on. And to frame questions you need to bring your first helping verb outside. is, am, are, outside. क्वेश्चन बनाने के लिए आप लोगों को सब्जेक्ट से पहले अपनी हेल्पिंग वर्ब्स को लाकर रखना होगा. is, am, are यानी सब्जेक्ट से पहले यूज होंगे. Let's now talk about present perfect tense, and the rule that we use in this tense is has, have plus third form of the verb. We use this tense for the actions that have happened in the present. For example, my friend has bought a new laptop. Bought buy की थर्ड फॉर्म होती है और यहाँ पर सब्जेक्ट जो कि my friend है वो एक्शन को कंप्लीट कर चुका है, एक्शन को फिनिश कर चुका है. एक्शन क्या है यहाँ पर? खरीदना, यानी खरीदने का काम कंप्लीट कर चुका है. नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल, यू हैव लर्नड प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूस टेंस. अब यहाँ पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूस अभी सीख रहे हैं. आप प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूस 2 मिनट पहले सीख चुके हैं, सीखने का काम कंप्लीट कर चुके हैं आप, इसलिए हम इसको प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट के अंदर यूज कर रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल, नाउ माय स्मार्टफोन हैज़ कम बैक टू नॉर्मल. अभी हीट हो गया था ना थोड़ी देर पहले, अब ये नॉर्मल हो चुका है. इसका मतलब द प्रोसेस ऑफ कमिंग बैक टू नॉर्मल हैज़ फिनिश्ड. नाउ फोकस हियर. वी यूज हैव with I, you, they, we, and use has with he, she, it. Simply, you're going to use has with singular subjects and you're going to use have with plural subjects. And it goes like I have worked, you have worked, they have worked, and so on. And to frame negative sentences, you need to use not after the first helping verb. And the sentences are like I have not worked, you have not worked. It is very simple, isn't it? And for questions, okay, let me give you a quick tip here. It's not question, it's question. There is a ch sound, not sh sound here. Okay, for questions we bring our first helping verb outside, यानी क्वेश्चन बनाने के लिए helping verbs को सब्जेक्ट से पहले लिखेंगे. And it will be like have I worked, have you worked, have they worked, and so on. So on का मतलब होता है ऐसे ही आगे भी. Now let's move to present perfect continuous, and we make present perfect continuous with a subject plus has or have plus been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus since or for. We basically use this tense for the actions that started in the past and are still continuing. मान लीजिए किसी ने 3 महीने पहले कहीं पर एडमिशन लिया और तब से लेकर अब तक यानी प्रेजेंट मोमेंट तक वो क्लासेस ले रही है. यानी 3 महीने पहले यानी पास्ट में उसने एक्शन स्टार्ट किया, क्या एक्शन क्लासेस लेने का, और अब यानी प्रेजेंट मोमेंट तक उसने वही एक्शन कंटिन्यू किया. ऐसे सेंटेंसेस के लिए हम यूज करेंगे प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस. हियर वी विल फ्रेम द सेंटेंस लाइक शी हैज बीन, बिकॉज वी यूज has with she. She has been attending ing with the verb. She has been attending the class for 3 months. Next example, they have been looking for a job since they left their previous one. Look for means to find something. Look for का मतलब होता है कुछ ढूंढना, तलाश करना. और अगर कुछ 1 या 2 दिन से बारिश हो रही है, आप श्योर नहीं है कितने दिन से, बट लगभग 1-2 दिन से हो रही है, so you can frame a sentence like this. It has been raining. It के साथ has use करेंगे, singular है. It has been raining for a couple of days. It has been raining outside for a couple of days. And now let's get into its structures. Positive, negative and interrogative sentences. For positive, it's very simple. If the subject is plural, we write have. If the subject is singular, we write has. Plus been, plus ing with the verb and plus since and for. Time के लिए आप since and for वहाँ पर use करेंगे. There is a separate video lecture on since and for. The link has been given below in the description. Students often make mistakes in framing negative sentences because they mistakenly write not after been. Always remember, we use not after our first helping verb. In present perfect continuous tense, we have two helping verbs. The first are has and have, and the second is been. So keep in mind, जब भी आपको negative sentence frame करना हो तो आप not been से पहले ही लिखिए हमेशा, been के बाद नहीं लिखना है. In framing interrogative sentences, students make a similar mistake too here in present perfect continuous, and that is they bring both helping verbs outside. Has or have plus been, they bring both before the verb. You don't really need to bring both helping verbs outside. सिर्फ has और have को ही subject से पहले लिखना है आप लोगों को, been को बाहर ला के तकलीफ देने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, now let's take a quick recap of present tense. We use present simple for regular actions and facts, and we use present continuous for actions that are happening right now, and we use present perfect for the actions that have happened in the present, that have finished. We use present perfect continuous for the actions that started in the past and are still continuing. It's very simple, isn't it? Certainly you will forget all these rules again after learning, but I have got a trick, and that will help you to remember these rules for your lifetime. Just start it by selecting a present simple sentence and then try transforming the sentence in other tenses in sequence. And it goes like, he plays cricket. He is playing cricket. He has played cricket. And he has been playing cricket for 2 years. Another sentence, I do not write. I am not writing. I have not written. I have not been writing for 2 years. And an interrogative sentence also. Do we live in Delhi? Are we living in Delhi? Have we lived in Delhi? Have we been living in Delhi since 2015? By practicing it, you will learn to use correct helping verbs in seconds. You will learn to use correct verb form according to the helping verbs. That brings us to the end of this video. Watch out for the part 2 of this lesson of past tense, which we will publish shortly. We hope you liked the video, and if you did, please do press the like button and subscribe to our channel for more English grammar videos.